Alright guys, after a long, crazy, almost year-long journey, finally, we are given all 4 copies that we could use to get Giant HATCHIYAK rainbowed here. Now, in terms of the build here, you guys can see I pretty much just gave HATCHIYAK a mix of everything. I mean, in truth, I feel like just maximizing dodge as much as I can is probably the best bet towards winning with this character, but, I mean, I don't know. I only have so many really good, amazing dodge equips to give the characters, so it's like, you know what, let's give him some of this attack stuff. You know, maybe, you know, we could get some clutch dodges here. He does have damage reduction built in, right? Maybe he can give us, like, a nice crit or a nice additional. Keep in mind, if we give him some additionals and some crit love, you know, when we go into our Giant HATCHIYAK form, right, you know, maybe we could get, you know, a little bit of extra damage out of the crits and the additionals and stuff like that. So I just kind of went with a mix. I mean, we got a good amount of a lot of stuff right here. You know, good ability to, you know, again, do a bunch of additionals, do some crits. Maybe I actually should have, like, done, like, the gold. I could have given him, like, a, you know, 4 crit, 4 additional or something like that. Like, I nearly could have had, like, 15, 15, 15. Pretty much for all 3. Like, that would be an interesting build. 15, 15, 15. I like that. But here we go. Remember that Giant HATCHIYAK also, by the way? He does not have a 200% leader skill at the moment. He barely has any category teams. So let's hop in. Let's see if Giant HATCHIYAK is any good. But, I mean, it's been a year since he's out. So not really too crazy. Alright, guys. So we're here in an event with, you know, freshly rainbowed Giant HATCHIYAK. I mean, obviously, it is good that we're able to finally rainbow him after a year, but here's the thing, right? Like, we are able to now rainbow HATCHIYAK after a year, but it's like now there's just another insane jump in, like, power creep, difficult event power creep. So it's like now we can finally use this guy at full power, and it's like, yeah, awesome. This guy does nothing in any recent fight, and there's just no way. I mean, let's just take a look at this. Okay, so HATCHIYAK has 178k defense right here, right? So HATCHIYAK's 12 key, he gets 30% defense, and then gives extreme class allies 20% attack for 1 turn. 18 key, he gets 30% attack and defense, and then extreme class allies by 30% for 1 turn. Okay. HATCHIYAK gets 80% of stats at the start of turn. That's a huge issue for him. Just 80% is pretty low. I mean, even as a free-to-play. Then he gets another 100% attack and defense within the same turn after receiving an attack. So he does have to get hit. I mean, that will be a pretty sizable increase in his defense. He has 20% damage reduction, but he gets another 20% damage reduction if we're fighting a pure or hybrid Saiyan enemy. Now, I intentionally wanted to just kind of, like, jump in quickly in a fight against a non-pure hybrid Saiyan enemy. And then I think we'll probably just go fight, like, Red Zone Broly. Probably makes sense. I don't know, though. I mean, this guy, we also look at his categories. He does not have a 200% leader skill, right? He's on Giant, Artificial Lifeform, Revenge, and Crossover. The good news is that, you know, previously, a year ago, I would have run this guy on, what, Gamma 1's team? Now, I mean, we can run him, like, competitively in, like, a setup with some synergy on Majunior's team, right? Like, we could actually do this. By the way, did I give you equips? I did. Yeah, that was for some Super Battle Road stage. Nice. Okay. So, sure, this is a really good turn for HATCHIYAK. Link set is Berserker, Big Bad Bosses, Tough as Nails, Hatred of Saiyans, Fear and Faith, Transform, and Legendary Power. I mean, Berserker we're literally never, ever going to have active, and Fear and Faith is not, it doesn't give buffs anyway. So, essentially, we have all of his important shit active. I mean, I will give him this. Next to Majunior, who is the god of villains, essentially, this is 20% defense and 5% damage reduction. So, I mean, we could have this combined with the 40%. I mean, maybe he could work, you know, as like a floater. Because maybe, you know, we'll fight Red Zone Broly, and we run Majunior as like in slot 2 on each rotation. And then this guy is like a floater or something like that. I suppose we could do that. Let's just do this. So again, we also do have Baby around. Remember, Baby is going to activate that Hatred of Saiyans link, which is going to give us 3 ki and 10% attack. So that's at least reasonable right there. Alright, let's see what HATCHIYAK does on this turn. No super attack from Cell. Now, I think this Cell is pretty weak, but I think he probably still would do some damage to HATCHIYAK. Oh, okay, well, we're going to stun him. 2 million. Alright. I mean, he does need to get hit to get another 100% attack and defense within the same turn. So even like a turn like that where like we get every link activated, he's gonna look way better if he was actually in slot dose, huh? All right, maybe we'll try and get him in slot 1 on this next turn. Again, we're in short order. We're about to jump over to the Red Zone Broly fight, and we'll try and make it work. I don't. The thing about like these like free-to-play LRs like this, well, number one, it is annoying when they release a character like this guy, Jiren, and LR Super Buu who don't have a 200% setup. I mean, at least this is like a fine team for him, I guess, though. Right? Because, I mean, him and Piccolo Jr., I mean, they do have big bad bosses, tough as nails, and transform. That's the other link that they have. Yeah, so, I mean, that's at least something, right? Like, I'll take that. Alright, let's put him in slot 1. Keep in mind that if he's in slot 1 and he's supers here, we are going to give, with the 18 key, Extreme Class Allies 30% attack, and then with the 12 key, Extreme Class Allies 20% attack. I think HATCHIYAK, I would like him a little bit better if he had a way to get another 20% damage reduction. That sucks. Alright. 20% damage reduction. Okay. Sure, dude. 3 million? Okay. I think we've seen what we need to see from him in a non-Saiyan fight. We could probably... I guess we could just get his active skill next turn. I guess it doesn't matter, because we could do his active skill literally at any point during the Broly fight, right? So his active skill is very good, because it's a giant form. We know that the effectiveness of giant transformations, right? And the way it cancels boss super attacks and stuff like that. So we'll turn into HATCHIYAK's giant form. We could do that when at any point when fighting a pure hybrid Saiyan, or we could do it when HP is 80% or less from the 5th turn. So I guess we'll... I mean, we could on this next turn just, you know, go into giant HATCHIYAK form, just get a little footage of him, and then we'll head over to Red Zone Broly. So let me do that. Let me come back on HATCHIYAK's next turn. We'll go giant form, and then after that, we'll go right into Red Zone Broly. Alright, guys, this was very, very nutty. So, right when I ended, we had transformed into Baby, Grade 8 Baby. We finished the boss of Grade 8 Baby, then we went right into Majunior's transformation, and then we went right from that Majunior transformation into the second Majunior transformation. Dude, this is, like, I feel like 25 minutes have passed, right? Like, it's just so crazy. Alright, so we could pop HATCHIYAK's giant form. I mean, I guess that's the strength of this team we're running, right? I mean, we have both Majuniors with their giant transformation, HATCHIYAK and Baby, and we now know the full value of these giant transformations, so I don't know. I guess at least, like, I was starting to say, like, oh, like, it sucks that HATCHIYAK doesn't have a spot, like, you know, I mean, Jiren kind of, HATCHIYAK, I feel like, is probably in a better spot than Jiren and Super Buu. 3, like, characters who don't have 200% leader skills. These are the 3 notable ones that come to mind, right? So again, we could do our giant transformation into HATCHIYAK. I guess let's just go ahead and pop this, and then we'll talk about HATCHIYAK after we have actually gone ahead and transformed. Alrighty, so we get the transformation into Giant HATCHIYAK. So, Giant HATCHIYAK, let's see what he does here. 12 key super attack, greatly raise attack temporarily, so that's 50%. 18 key super is 100% attack temporarily, okay? He gets 3 key at the start of turn, and then he randomly creates tech key spheres. Okay. Well, I mean, he randomly creates tech key spheres, but he didn't seem to really create that many. Damn, okay. Sure. Okay. We didn't even get the 18 key super attack with one of them. Alright, let's see what the damage is looking like for our boy Giant HATCHIYAK. At least his animation. HATCHIYAK's animations do look pretty good, right? Like, at least we got that. Alright, so there's that. Then here's the second one doing the attack. Remember that we went for a pretty balanced build for HATCHIYAK with additionals, crits, and dodge. Just trying to get, like, you know, a bunch of stuff there. Okay, so we got enough footage against a non-Saiyan. I will come back in the Red Zone Broly fight. And, you know, HATCHIYAK against a Saiyan, we could do the active skill at any point, and then he also gets the extra 20% damage reduction and 3 key to extreme class allies. That is pretty good. Extra 3 key for extreme class allies, I think on a team like this, not a bad thing. Alrighty, so we are in slot 7, unfortunately. But again, we're able to use HATCHIYAK's active at any time. This really could be quite useful. I mean, maybe I was too harsh on HATCHIYAK at the start here. Perhaps HATCHIYAK will actually look pretty good. You know, like, let's say, I don't know. I feel like Anniversary could be Tournament of Power themed. Maybe there's a, you know, UI Goku boss that's really strong. Maybe HATCHIYAK could help, right? Because look at this fight, right? One of the reasons Broly is such a devastating fight, and it really is the main reason. Remember, nobody no-item this guy for like 2 weeks when he first came out, is because of the AoE super attack. We can get to AoE Broly, and we can just pop Giant HATCHIYAK at command, at will. And we know we're good. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's pretty handy right there. Alright, so what are we going to have with Fusion Zamasu? We're going to have Fear and Faith and Big Bad Bosses. Those are the, what we're going to get right here. Keep in mind that when we do get hit, we're going to get the extra stats as well. Bam, right there, okay. So now he should be tanky. Remember, we do have 40% damage reduction, but it's like 40% damage reduction with what? Like 400k defense or something like that? Like, against a really nasty boss, it's not going to do too much, but, I mean, if he can tank normals, I mean, is that enough from a free-to-play LR, just tanking normals? I feel like HATCHIYAK's performance against a Saiyan is probably going to be fine, right? Alright, we do have Big Bad Bosses up for AGL Zamasu right here, so he should be okay. Maybe a little bit of damage, but he should be okay. That's not bad. We can take that. I did, for this fight, you guys, I took out Junior's SSR and just threw in Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo, just even in this team, I mean, he does, how he does it, when he does it. Still, alright, Orange Piccolo is just that guy. You really can treat Orange Piccolo exactly the way you treat Bulma, which is you just always throw him on the team. Which means that bastard just goes on the team every time. That's how you treat him. I'm gonna do this. I was considering floating Baby off here. Damn, actually, maybe I should have put Piccolo Jr. in slot 2, because I really would like to time Giant HATCHIYAK for AoE Broly. Hopefully, Jr. gives us 2 or 3 right here. I think he could do 3 in slot 1, right? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Awesome. So, we're going to be able to do exactly what I want to do, which is time Giant HATCHIYAK for AoE Broly. So, we're just going to keep Broly, like, so this is devastating, right? This AoE nonsense right here. AGL Zamasu would eat it well. I think HATCHIYAK would eat it reasonably well. But Jr., as great as he is, I mean, he's taken significant damage from Broly's active. But we could just go ahead and do this. There's no voice acting. The biggest thing I like with these animations like this and stuff like that, of course, is voice acting. And there's none right here. All right, so we go ahead and transform. We do get some tech orbs. At least we'll be able to get the 18 key super attack animation. But remember, even if HATCHIYAK does, like, almost no damage in his giant transformation right here, he's still accomplishing something Oh my god, dude, this rat auto, like, opened with his first attack being the AoE. That's so nuts. Instant AoE right there. That is so devastating to have to deal with, right? Just an instant AoE like that. So, very, 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 very beneficial for us that we're able to, you know, have HATCHIYAK queued up for this rotation, and then go ahead and pop that and be able to do our business, right? So, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay. I guess we will go ahead and get a couple of more, rotations. I mean, we'll continue to get some footage, but I think we did really get, some good footage from Giant HATCHIYAK. He seems okay. I mean, I would, like, you know, what would I think? Like, is it bad that they released a HATCHIYAK character? I would say no, right? Like, I would prefer Giant category, Revenge category, these types of teams to actually get help. So that, of course, is, you know, pretty decent right there. Alright, now the only thing with Giant HATCHIYAK, the active skill, is it is only for one turn. So I think when you have a one-turn, like, Giant form, sometimes you can have, like, a situation where, like, the boss would not use up its super or its abilities, and you'd still have to deal with some. But you probably would still at least be able to cancel some. Damn, that does suck. If only his Giant form would actually last for a little bit longer than just the one turn, right? That is actually a significant weakness right there, for real. Alright, we should be able to get away with HATCHIYAK in slot 1 pretty comfortably right here. Again, Broly did use his AoE super attack. You know, we should be thankful that he did use it. So we definitely do not have to worry about Broly supering right here. HATCHIYAK, remember, by supering in slot 1, if we can get away with him in slot 1, he'll give the support, the attack support, to extreme class allies. And he, of course, does give key support as well. The key is probably really only useful for himself, or if we'd have other LRs on the team. Like, if we have, like, you know, Tech Fusion Zamasu, that would help. Although Tech Fusion Zamasu is not on this team, right? Because Piccolo Jr. leads Giant, Terrifying Conquerors, and Gifted Warriors. So we are able to get AGL Zamasu on the team because he's Gifted Warriors, but, you know, Rage Corrupted Fusion Zamasu is not on Gifted Warriors. Okay, I mean, this has gone pretty well. HATCHIYAK definitely seems like a competent character that we can run in, like, a spot like this, right? Broly's probably not going to super attack right away, so I bet you I could just get away with this right here, and we should be A-okay, I would like to finish Broly off with this rotation, and then we can get another turn of HATCHIYAK next turn, and then I guess we could finish up. So, let me know what you guys think of Rainbowed level 10 Link's Giant HATCHIYAK. I mean, it's nice that after, you know, a year, basically, I mean, it's not a year, it's, because HATCHIYAK on JP came out on November 30th of 2022. I'm recording this on the 16th of October 2023, but I could have made this video, on the 6th? October 6th, I think, is when Battlefield came up, or like the 7th or the 8th or something like that. So, I mean, I'm a week past when we would have first been able to easy him, I guess. So we are good. We could just rock him in slot 1. We got no problems there. I guess I'll just transform into AGL Fusion Zamasu, sure. No reason not to, right? He'll be able to do some stuff here. Now, Golden Frieza, if Broly super attacks in that last slot, Golden Frieza could be killed. Oh, okay. Love to see this. Remember, we would tank it a lot better if HATCHIYAK got hit first. Then the super attack would happen. 200? Okay. If the super was the second attack we would have received right there, HATCHIYAK would have eaten it a lot better, right? After he would have gotten the extra 100% to his stats. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Giant HATCHIYAK. I mean, he's at least a decent option. I just wish that they would stop dropping a character and then allowing us to rainbow them a year later. By the time that, like, we've had, you know, new power creep or something like that. That was a fast second super attack, dude. Jesus, okay. AJ Zamasu will be fine, though. He's good. He took a little bit right there. Oh, okay, sure, okay. Yeah, I just wish, like something like this, Giant Hatchiyak, LR Giant Hatchiyak is fine, but let us rainbow him right away. I mean, we still have the Team Bardock LR, which we can't easy. It's only been, 50 years, and we're not able to easy them. They actually came out, 3 years ago, right? At the start of 2020, and we still can't easy him. Crazy. So, let me know what you guys think of Giant Hatchiyak. I certainly do think that Giant Hatchiyak is he's a decent character. I don't want to call him bad. I mean, obviously, we want to run him against pure hybrid Saiyans so we could take advantage of the full damage reduction. We could have the key support. The ability to utilize his giant form on command, I think, is probably pretty, like, a strong weapon as well, right? Because, again, we can kind of pick the exact moment like we did in this run, like, guess what? You are not going to AoE us, buddy. And we just kept him from doing his AoE thanks to Giant Hatchiyak. I mean, that is meaningful. So, let me know what you guys think of Rainbow Level 10 Link's LR Giant Hatchiyak. Thank you guys for watching. Again, at the moment, he does not have a 200% leader skill. Hopefully, he'll get one sooner rather than later. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.